Hello.
Hello.
So this is our second vlog, only about 6 months on, isn't it? We're about to send out a newsletter, so this is to go with the newsletter, so a bit of an update of what we've been up to for the last few months and what's coming up. So we've got the log cabin. We're really excited about finishing it, aren't we?
Well, it's not fully going to be finishing it. We're going to carry on with the walls, so we're getting closer to finishing it.
Yes, so phase 1 and then phase 2 will be the roof and phase 3 will be the cabin. So that's super exciting. That's going to be finished, and we're sending out a 50% off discount, and we've also decided that for all our workshops we're going to have a 60% code for people that are doing activism, green activism. Yeah, if you're involved in protesting, in living a lifestyle that is changing the status quo, then we really appreciate you following us and being involved and giving your energy. And yeah, it just makes workshops so much more what's the word, full full of skills for people to learn and share. That's the whole point of what we want to do, is share inspiration with people. So yeah,
we want to also support people that are sort of new to this kind of environment, this kind of work. It's also kind of quite interesting that next week is going to be Earth First as well, over at Crabapple up near Shrewsbury all week. So hopefully we're going to make up there for a few days as well.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, the next thing on the list is our NESWEC training, so the North of England Steiner Waldorf Early Childhood Studies. So we've come to the end of year 1, and oh gosh, it's just so amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely. It's mostly around sort of self-development, but applied to what we'll be bringing to the classroom. But we, you don't sort of bring much really. The children have got it all already. You just kind of got to create that environment for the children to thrive.
Yeah, and it's about that. I think that his quote's about him saying that, isn't there, that they're teaching us really, and it's just having that understanding of what's happening in their development at certain stages and bringing to them things that will enhance their development. But it's all about not being dogmatic and not just teaching them things by rote, and the same for us on this course as well. It's not about just learning a set of things that Steiner said and doing them like little drones. He wanted us to question everything and to educate the next generation for creativity and freedom, having their own ideas about the world and what direction they want to take the world in. So yeah,
and I think the sort of first 7 years, 0 to 7, is so vital and fundamental start for all beings really, for all children. And yeah, because usually that's you sort of set the sort of basis for them to be able to thrive.
And that's why I'm so passionate about birth and parenthood support as well, because if you can get it right and close to right at the start, it just really helps, doesn't it? How we birth ourselves as mothers as well as how we birth children. We're birthing families into being, aren't we? And if people can go through that positively, it's just setting you up for the right path.
There's a lot of trauma already, and ideally you want to sort of start off as best as possible with minimal trauma from birth. I think that's why I think both of us, like as activists, as wanting sort of positive social change, are really enthusiastic and really excited about trying to create these spaces also for women to birth in a natural way.
So NESWEC, if you know anyone, if you're interested, if you know anyone that's interested in doing the training, there are some it's an online sessions that they do on a Friday evening and Saturday morning. So it's the 12th and 13th of July, and there's some little sessions on play So you don't have to do, you know, it could just be that you're already in early years, or you're already a parent, or thinking of becoming a parent. Anyone that's anything to do with children. If you've got grandchildren or nieces and nephews, I just think everyone
And it's
should be doing this.
and it's a total bargain. I mean, it seems a lot, but it's about £2,000 for the year.
Yeah. But these
to
two
study.
sessions are at, what have they put on there? Suggested donation £10.
Yeah, just for the online
these two.
introduction online sessions. But yeah, £2,000 for tuition fees for a year is nothing. I think it's like £12,000 now for university per year. It's just such an excellent course.
Yeah, I've never had a course. I've never done a training course where the teachers are all so passionate, and all the tutors are people that have
they've been for decades and decades, their entire lifetime.
They write articles for journals, and they're really just spot on. And the way that they mark the essays, the timeliness, the support that you get, just everything is amazing.
Yeah, it's very professional. So then back to
us.
our life. Yeah, it's like downsizing. It's an interesting time to start trying to downsize when everyone's a bit skint. So trying to sell things is a bit more challenging than usual. And, you know, we're sort of capitalists rather than capitalists. So, you know, we try and also be fair and honest as always, as we'd expect to be treated, as we all want to be. But yeah, we got rid of one van yesterday, 2 motorbikes, one more van to go, and then maybe a car, and then we're just going to get down to a vehicle each. Woo. Wow, that's so incredibly privileged, isn't it? It's like, hey, we only got one vehicle each, but we do live on the road. It's not like we've got a house or anywhere to stay regularly. So to us, like, the vehicles are like our home and like essential infrastructure to be able to run the project.
So yeah, you can see my lovely paint job on the van in the background there, so that's been quite fun to have that done. It's a bit of advertising for the birth work and for the project, and it was just really fun to work with Nick as well and to turn it into a piece of art. So yeah, it's going to be nice to take that along to some festivals this year.
Yeah, OLS Art is amazing, Nick. I've known him for years. He's probably done 5 vehicles for me now, and then did your vehicle. So
yeah, it's really cool.
And he did the vehicle for the project as well with the teenagers. He was really good with kids. Yeah. If you want to get your graph on, he's your man.
So yeah, I put a bit in about energy levels. I feel like you've been all right, haven't you? I've just feel like I get to about 9 o'clock at night or even 8 o'clock and I'm just done. And it's been going on for quite a while. So I've been doing some lifestyle changes, stopped drinking. We've been fasting. We did a big fast last week, didn't we?
That's good.
Based on gaps, but kind of stretched it out, didn't we? So didn't actually eat anything apart from a couple of cups of bone broth.
And we've got a new book. We might add that to the newsletter actually.
Yeah.
Which is quite interesting. Especially to do with like your moon sign and linking in to every month when your sign comes into the month cycle. Sort of fast for 3 days and then do like liver and gallbladder flushes. I've done a few cleanses in the past, and I don't know if it's just because we're getting to that age to do this. I
know, it's a bit of a wake-up call, I think, to just like get on top of things.
Yeah.
Is it like, for me, perimenopause, hormonal, or are we just on burnout still from last year? But either way, it's just a case of like, listen to your body, isn't it? Try and take things easy and try and get on top with health.
I think most people as well are somewhat feeling the energy levels are quite low from speaking to people, which is really ironic because we're at the peak energy. Our solstice we're about to hit tomorrow, so you'd think everyone would be bouncing around, but some people are. But yeah, I think definitely people are feeling it more.
Yeah, and we've come to Avebury, so we're in some woods close by. We parked up by Silbury Hill last night and slept up on top. Shh.
So we also were at the Green Scythe Fair, which was a few weeks back. It's probably one of the best events of the year.
Oh, it's so super lush, isn't it?
It's a shame it's only for one day. It's always a bit frustrating, but
it's nice to get there early and do some craft. They've done that.
Yeah,
the
day
last
before
years.
the Saturday they do a craft day beforehand, We kind of went as punters the day beforehand, and Jasper did some copper smeltering, and we just sort of connecting and chatting to people, which was quite great. You know, it's quite good to just reconnect, and it's great.
Good to have on your diary, isn't it? Just keep an eye on it. It's just such a lovely event. So many small businesses and makers and land workers, and then they have talks, and
it's great.
Yeah, I managed to buy a fleece and leave it there stupidly, but
we also was Emma set up a sling library, which was really for free, and talking about birth, and because we had our own space there, and talking about the project and sort of where we were and what we were thinking of doing. So that was really good to connect with our sort of tribe, and also it was really good to chat to a friend who's part of the Ecological Land Co-op, and it sounds like the ELC, Ecological Land Co-op, are doing some really exciting new things. So we'll keep you posted.
Yeah. Oh, I just remembered about Pop Festival as well. Didn't put that on, did we?
Power of Plants in Auxwood, Stroud. It's coming up in about 3-4 weeks' time. We'll be running a Boona bar in tribute to, in memory of Stephen Howard Boona, the late, and the author, and we'll be doing some of his recipes from his brewing book, the Sacred Healing Beer book, mostly the psychotropic, highly inebriating aphrodisiac beers, ales. They're not beers, they're ales.
Yeah, I might drink some of those.
So we'll do some of those. But I might be going to Norway for the Lithica gathering, for the Ancestral Skills gathering. I'm not sure yet. I've got to make sure I've got enough money before I can go, because I haven't got loads of money at the minute. It's coming slowly.
And so I put on the newsletter about the home birth group. We've kind of talked about that, but there's a new group. So if you know anyone who's pregnant, thinking about birth, wanting to research, it's linked to the UK home birth group. That's where all the amazing people and information is. So this is just a little offshoot, so it's good to join both.
And we're also really still excited, because we sort of, it's a daily part of our life is drinking real water, wild water with springs and wells. We did a project around, well, we're still doing a project, Springs and Wells of Forest of Dean. Finally, Borden Well around the corner is kind of up and running, thanks to Tom Forrester, and we got there in the end. There's a lot of sweat, blood and tears, but it looks great, and it's much more easy to collect. And also St Anthony's Well's kind of holding out. It kind of desperately needs a good clean up, but that usually means we might have to tangle with the forestry evil England. We have to deal with the dark side to get some permissions to do it, or we just say let's just do it. So it'd be quite exciting to try and get that organised, because people are super keen on that. So if you're interested in getting involved with anything to do with springs and wells, and we've also got a few other potentials, then get in touch. And we're in the process of setting up a new website and a new group all about springs and wells. So the Find a Spring one's kind of more American-y based, and there's a lot of stuff that's kind of missed in the British ones. So keep following what we're doing, and let us know if you're interested in the springs and wells, but also that's more current. But and the cabin building's coming up, so let us know. It's a super bargain as well, because I think the lowest income rate was 120 quid for 3 days. That included accommodation, food and tuition, and it's a real nice get together. It's probably cheaper than paying for rent and feeding yourself. So we've reduced that to half price now, so it's even cheaper. But if you can afford to support us, then please put money towards us, because we don't really do this for money mostly.
But please share it with anyone that you think might be interested. Share it on your Facebook pages, to your friends and family, and donate if you can.
That's about it, isn't it?
Cool.
Amazing. Thanks for everyone.
Thanks everyone.
See you later.
Bye.